Tanishq offers 3 watches free on the purchase of 9 watches. What is the effective discount percentage offered? Suppose, okay, mark price of each watch is, let's say, 100 rupees. Okay. Okay. Now Tanishq is offering 3 watches free on the purchase of 9 watches. So you're purchasing 9 watches means you're paying for 9 watches. Okay. For 9 watches, you'll be paying how much? 100 multiplied by 9. So you're getting 3 watches free, right? You're not getting 9 watches only. You are getting 9 plus 3, 12 watches, right? So effectively, this entire amount actually is the total price for 12 watches. So effectively, what is the price of each watch? This entire thing divided by 12, right? So you cancel out 3, 3 सबसे पहले तो 3 ones are 3 fours are. Okay, you also cancel out 4, 4, 4 कितना 25 are 25, 3 into 3 is 75. Okay, you can very clearly observe there's a discount of 25 rupees. 25 out of 100 is nothing but 25%. Okay, one more way of looking at this would be, see, you are given 12 watches. You say how many are free? 3 watches. 3 watches are your discount, isn't it? So 3 out of 12 is nothing but 1/4. 1/4 is nothing but 25% discount. If you understand this much, it's great. You can directly get the answer without even lifting up your pen. Otherwise, you have to do thoda bahut tweaking, thoda bahut solving, but you can still manage this question very easily. Let's go on to the next one now. Puma sells 12 pairs of shoes, making a profit equal to the cost price of 3 pairs of shoes. What is the profit percentage? Okay. Now, conventionally, how I used to approach these questions was I tried to establish the ratio between the cost price and selling price. Okay. Or if you assume the cost price or selling price, either of them is 100, try to figure out the other. Okay. So we'll see both the approaches now one by one. The first approach, I'll be assuming the cost price and selling price as C and S respectively. Okay, and in the other approach we'll just try to take the value as 100. Okay, so here the cost price is C and the selling price is S. Puma sells 12 pair of shoes. Okay, 12 pair of shoes are being sold. So the cost of each was C rupees. So what is the cost of 12 such pair of shoes? 12 into C. Okay, when you're selling them, the selling price per pair is S rupees. So the total selling price of 12 shoes will be how much? 12 into S. So your total selling price is 12 into S. Okay, now it is given that they are making a profit equal to the cost price of 3 shoes. Okay, so difference of the selling price minus the cost price is your profit. Profit is equal to cost price of 3 pair of shoes. The cost price of 1 pair of shoes is, as we took C, तो 3 pairs के लिए कितना हो जाएगा? 3 into C. Right? So you will establish the ratio between cost and selling price. That's how you solve the question very quickly. So and without any confusion. So 12S is, take 12C on the right hand side. 12C plus 3C is 15C. The selling price upon the cost price will be 15 divided by 12. You can cancel out 3. You have 5 by 4. Okay, that means your selling price is 5 rupees and your cost price is 4 rupees. Okay, there is a profit made which is 1 rupee. Out of the cost 4, 1 out of 4 is simply your 25% profit percentage. Okay, now as I said, you can do the exact same thing assuming either of them as 100. Okay, so you may also assume the cost as 100 rupees and try to figure out the value of S, the selling price. Okay, so cost of 12 watches will be 12 into 100. Selling price pata nahi hai hame, 12 into S. Okay, the profit will be 3 into 100, right? So 12S will be equal to 1500. Okay, so S will be equal to how much? Selling price will be 12 ones are 12. Okay, 12 to 24, 12, 560. Okay, cost is 100 rupees, selling price is 125, clearly 25% profit. After allowing a discount of 11.11%, a trader still gains 14.28%. Find the percentage markup. Okay, if you're allowing a discount of 11.11%, 11.11 is nothing but 1 by 9. Right? So basically your selling price is 8 by 9 times your mark price. 1 by 9 se kam hua na. Okay, the trader still gains 14.28. We know that 14.285714 recurring, that percentage is what? 1 by 7th, right? So the trader gains 14.28%. Matlab, the selling price will be 8 by 7 times the cost price, right? Cost price plus 1 by 7th of cost price is 8 by 7 times the cost price. Now, what you can observe from this is the selling price upon the cost price, this ratio is 8 by 7. And selling price upon the mark price, this ratio is 8 by 9. Okay, if you combine these two conditions, The cost price, selling price, and the mark price, their ratios, may say you can derive the values 7, 8, and 9, right? Very clearly, selling price is the common factor here, right? Which is 8, right? Okay, so cost price is 7 rupees, mark price is 9 rupees. They're asking you find the percentage markup. Okay, the markup is 2 rupees extra out of 7. 2 out of 7 is 28.571428 recurring. That is the required answer. All right, we go on to the next question, guys. A buys 5x for rupees 6 and sells 6x for rupees 5. Find profit or loss percentage. Very easy question. So how I would solve this is 5x for rupees 1 for rupees 6. So what is the price of each egg? Each egg ka price x 6 by 5 hai, which is 1.2 rupees. Right. So this is the cost is 1.2 rupees. 5x for rupees 6. Sell 6x for rupees 5. So when you sell it, the selling price of each egg is 5 by 6. Okay. If you solve this, you get 0.83 recurring. That's your selling price. Clearly, there is a loss, right? 0.83, right? So your loss value is 1.2 minus 0.83 upon the cost is 1.2. Multiply this by 100, you get your required answer. Okay. So I'll find the approximate value. See, 1.2 minus agar 0.8 kiya, so you will get 0.4, right? But now you're subtracting 0.03, so it will be 0.37, right? So the percentage required is 0.37 out of 1.2 multiplied by 100. So it is 37 divided by 1.2. That's a profit. Sorry, loss percent in this case. The loss percent. 12 3s are 36. 0, 12 9, 12 8s are 96. Okay, so approximately 30.8% loss. Okay, another way of solving this is, guys, see, it is given that a 5 eggs cost rupees 6. Okay, and while selling, 6 eggs cost rupees 5. Okay, take the LCM of 5 and 6, which is 30. So we'll deal with the transaction of 30 eggs. It's as simple as that. 5 eggs ka agar cost is 6 rupees. Okay, so multiply by 6 on both sides. The cost of 30 eggs is rupees 36. Right? Same way, agar selling price ke bare mein baat kare, 6 eggs are sold at rupees 5. Okay, multiply by 5 on both sides. 30 eggs will be sold at rupees 25. Now number became same, 30 30, cost 36, selling price 25. There is clearly a loss of 11 rupees, right? The loss percentage is 11 by 36 into 100 will be approximately same, 30.8%. It's as simple as that. Okay, guys, so we solved the last question of the lot now. Ankit bought 30 watches from wholesale. He sold 10 of them at 40% profit and the remaining 20 at 30% profit. Find the overall profit percentage. Okay. So what I would do to solve this question is I would consider two different lots. Okay, the first lot and the second lot. Okay, 30 watches ka lot hai. First lot and second lot. Assume that the cost price of each watch is 100 rupees. Okay. So the total cost price becomes how much? 30 into 100, which is 3,000 rupees. Right now, for the first lot, there are 10 watches and they are sold at a profit of 40%, right? Okay. So if your cost price is 100 rupees per watch, there is 40% profit. The selling price per watch will be equal to how much now? The selling price per watch will be 140. Okay. Similarly, in the second lot, 20 watches are being sold at a 30% profit, right? Isn't it? So if the cost price of each watch is 100 rupees, 30% profit matlab kya? The selling price per watch in this lot will be how much? 130. So now for the two separate lots, we calculate the individual selling prices, right? 140 rupees is the selling price per watch. I'm selling 10 watches. The total selling price is 140 into 10, 1,400. Right? Same way, यहाँ पे 130 is the selling price of each watch. I'm selling 20 such watches. The total selling price of these is how many? 130 into 20, 2,600. So this gives you a total selling price of 1,400 plus 2,600 is rupees 4,000. Your cost is 3,000. There is clearly a gain of 1,000. Profit of 1,000 rupees out of the original cost 3,000 is basically 1 by 3. 1 by 3 we know, we should know, we would know is 33.3%. Okay, there's a much quicker way to solve the question. Let's see how. one step. Okay, this is called as the weighted average, the concept of weighted average now. Okay, if there is 40% profit on 10 watches, 30% profit on 20 watches, 10 into 40 plus 20 into 30 divided by total number of watches, that's the overall profit percentage. Okay, we'll discuss the weighted average in detail when we reach averages.